sometimes women's ministry is just way too adorable.
Hey, what's up guys? It's your girl Alyssa Sherubin and welcome back to the Aroma of Christ. Today I'm going to be talking about something that kind of grinds my gears, you know? And that thing is how women's ministry is just way too adorable sometimes. But I just think that sometimes women's ministry is too cliche or shallow or just all about aesthetics and being cute rather than like digging into the word and talking about real issues. So I want you to think for a sec, what comes to your mind when you think of women's ministry? I'll give you a sec. Exactly. I think of all of these like cute little women sitting around sipping tea, you know, and like talking about their shallow feelings. So what comes to mind for me is like youth group events where they split up the guys and girls and they take the boys and they're like, I know you're watching porn, you stop watching porn. And then they take the girls and they're like, I know that you feel bad about yourselves. I know you think you're ugly and we're gonna help you with that. And though those are very valid issues that boys and girls struggle with, I'm just saying that we seem to isolate those issues to just be about boys and to just be about girls. And so if a boy struggles with insecurities or body image issues, then he's gonna feel even more isolated in his struggle because guys don't talk about that because they're men and they struggle with lust. And then girls who struggle with pornography or sexual sin, they're gonna feel even more isolated because they think, oh man, like only guys struggle with that stuff. I can't talk to anyone about this. And like all of these women's ministry events sometimes exclude girls who struggle with things that aren't necessarily stereotypical girl sin struggles. Like maybe they do struggle with insecurities and boy problems, because I struggle with those things. A lot of girls do, and that's why they're talked about a lot, because honestly these are prominent issues for girls. But at the same time, girls struggle with pornography and sexual sin and anger and all of those other things that are stereotypically guy sin struggles. And another thing is that I think that women's ministry events are all about aesthetics or being adorable. And though I'm all about aesthetics, I'm all about, you know, being cute. Like, I think that women's ministry should be about really getting down to issues, really talking about things that women are struggling with. And that's the thing, is that it can't be shallow. It can't be these shallow things, because people are struggling with real stuff and they need to talk about broad issues because the Bible talks about broad issues. Our God is a high priest who understands us. He knows what each of us is struggling with, and therefore he wrote a book that talks about a lot of different issues. And we need to be, as followers of God, people who address lots of different issues when we're trying to help people and encourage them to follow Christ. So we can't exclude girls who struggle with stereotypical boy issues, and we also can't exclude girls who aren't stereotypically cute or adorable and fit into this little like model of what a girl should look like, you know? Because that's what the world does. The world makes girls feel like they should fit into some kind of mold that they think is pretty, that they think is acceptable, that they think is beautiful. But we are spreading the gospel, and the gospel is all inclusive. And so we should make girls feel like they're welcome to our women's ministry programs at church. So this isn't just to like attack every women's ministry out there, because I think that there are some that are doing it right and there are some that are doing it wrong. I just want to make sure that everyone feels included, because the God we serve loves everyone, people of all shapes, sizes, and demeanors, and they don't have to fit into this perfect little mold. They're just supposed to be like Jesus, and being like Jesus doesn't mean that you have to be adorable. And so we need to talk about things that we don't think that every girl might struggle with. We need to talk about uncomfortable issues, because there's such a need for realness, vulnerability, and true discipleship among women. And I think that the God that we serve is all about vulnerability and realness, because that's the only way we can get to the real issues. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm so glad you were here. I'm so glad you stuck around. I'm so glad that you liked the video and subscribed, because I know you did. I just know that you did. You're awesome. I love you, okay? Thanks for watching. Bye.